Good. Ryan, it seems like a lot of people kind of wrote you off as a replacement in this fight. How does it feel to come in there in the first round and shock everybody in the time?
I think those who know me best know I can fight on any given day. I'm one of the best in the world. I feel I can fight on any given day. Sometimes I have bad fights. You know what happens. Sometimes guys just get you. But I got a lot of fights, man. I've been there with a lot of them. So, like I said, I was ready to come in this fight. I was more than happy.
Was that your game plan to get him down tonight, and did you see it going the way it did?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we worked on. I feel his ground game is the weakest part of his game. He's got really good stand-up. He's been coached really, really well. I'm not saying his ground game is non-existent. I'm just, I know that's his weaker area of his game. So, yeah, I mean, that was the plan, to put him down. So that's what I did.
How many times do you think you did him?
How many times I don't know. I worked that movement there a lot. You know, everybody's like, oh, you turned it on, but I do that a lot. And you could ask my training partners training me. If I catch that wrist, it's like a wrist ride in wrestling, man. If I catch it, you're trapped, basically. There's nowhere to go. You know, and so he couldn't really defend himself. So I don't really know how many times he let me hit him. I just hit him for his time. I think he's all right. I hope he's all right. I think after about 2 of them, I think he was done, but I don't really know how long he let it go. I think the ref did a great job tonight for the most part. I mean, they could have left me there beating on the whole round, but they didn't. So I think they did a good job. It's not going to be as soon as it's done.
Matt, it looked like your plan was to keep going forward at all costs and enforce the clinch. In the first round, you seemed to eat a lot of punches that way. Did you ever get discouraged that it wasn't working, or just you were going to stick to the game plan at that point?
Well, I decided I was going to stick to the game plan, try to keep the pressure on them. I worked really hard on my cardio, and I'm blessed to have one of the best teams in the world to work with. And, everyone in the team class has really good work ethics, great coaching, great teammates to train with. So I knew that the longer it goes, the better it would look as far as cardio. And I wanted to continue to improve my stand-up and use that, follow the kicks up with good punches, and set up the kicks with good punches as well, and mix it up so he doesn't know what I'm going to lead with. And I think I got the knockout from following the kick up with the right straight through hook, so it's the best that the fight could have went, that I got another knockout on my record, and hopefully I can continue to improve my stand-up and wrestling and jiu-jitsu and all the facets of my game every fight by many wise advisements and counsels, battles, or lines. So I'll continue to get all the good coaching and good advice I can get, and train hard, and hopefully give everyone a better and better performance every fight.
You mentioned that your jiu-jitsu students actually have class. What does teaching class do?
Well,
Matt, try to talk into the mic too.
oh yeah, my bad.
That's all right.
Okay. Yeah, the teaching, the technique definitely helps, because it's like you're explaining it to yourself when you're teaching it to your students. And, it's a way rad experience. I'm thankful to have so many good training partners, and I do team training with everyone, Ryan Schultz and Matt Vinland and everyone that pushes me hard there. And then I teach my jiu-jitsu class and roll with my students and coach them. And I learn a whole lot from that. So definitely you learn a lot about the technique from teaching and explaining it. And so thank God for awesome friends and awesome victories. And hopefully next fight will be more improved than ever.
Roy, what do you see the heavyweight division in the IFL? What's your sense about how frequently defending the title, there will be heavyweight fights every time they do a team meet? Do you have a sense of where that's going?
I really don't know. You'd have to talk to further
What does it mean then to have a belt? I mean, it's got to do something for it.
To actually have the belt actually mean a lot. IFL is a great organization to work for. They actually bring a lot of good, tough heavyweights, because I've seen a lot of heavyweights out there, and I've rolled with them and sparred with them, and the guys they match you up with are just as tough as anybody in any other organization.
Antoine talked about wanting to keep the fight standing. Did that just have him walk right into exactly what he wanted?
Actually, that was our game plan was just to keep it because I figured I had a little bit better stand up than he did. After the Ben fight, and just all I did was keep on improving my stand up. The other thing was to put him on his back if we actually got there. But the thing is just he hit me a couple times, I hit him, and then one of us finally went down.
Jay, you seem to come out with a lot of movement, a lot of boxing. Is that something, your game plan, something you work quite a bit on to use movement to keep you from getting the clinch, getting the takedown, and just try to keep it on your feet the whole time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel a wrestler. I've been wrestling since I was 14 years old, so that's my foundation. But I got very well versed in striking, and that was my game plan: is fight, keep it on the feet.
Jay, did you see Helena waving you off before you took him down?
Waving me off.
You sort of did.
I seen he was hurt or something, so I jumped on him. If I smell blood, I'll fight him and get on him. That's what I did.
Did you think the ref should have stopped a little sooner?
I know. I think they would jump. If he would have got up, I would have knocked him down again in the second round.
This is, I guess, pretty much for everybody. You're all now individual champions, but it's still sort of a team sport, team concept. How is that going to work for you guys individually if there's a conflict between doing what's best for defending your title versus, being part of a team, fighting one night for the team? You guys haven't had any thought, what's your priority going to be?
I think the biggest thing is since we're all in a team concept, and every time we work with our team, as long as we're winners, we're pushing our teammates to be better. So I believe as long as we're winning, they're going to be winning just as much as we are.
Brian, now that you're the lightweight champion in the IFL and Roger Burke in the UFC is a star on the rise, and his only losses to you, what would you think about a potential rematch there later on down the road?
If he wants that fight, just do it. If I can get that to happen, I would love to go and beat him down. He's a good fighter, but I've done him before, and he's good. I'd love to fight him.
Wagner, how's it feel to win the belt?
Really feel great.
How'd you think the night went? How do you think the night went? How do you think your fight went? You want to describe some of the highlights?
I'm pretty happy about it, and I come with my strategy, and I know what I want to do, and even if the opponent I put it down, I knew he had lost eventually, and I took advantage, and I'm pretty happy about it.
Did you think it would be such a quick fight?
No, really. I come prepared for 3 rounds, but unfortunately, I got one first round.
Brian, was it added motivation coming and fighting Chris, given that he's one of the people the IFL has pushed with undefeated record? Really one of the stars.
And the fact that he beat me. That whether they push him or not, he's really marketable, and I understand why they market him. He's young, and he's a good fighter, and he's beaten everybody in the IFL for the most part. He's won all his fights, and so I think my motivation was more than just the loss to him that really haunted me. I don't know why that loss haunted me. I felt like I could beat him. What happened? I just think that's really what happened. Matt came back and said, you want to take this fight, and basically I said, there's a bear shit in the woods. Damn right. So yeah, him beating me is what was my motivation. I want that one.